welcome to ELITETV's top headlines. This is Manoharmayum Nancy Sharma giving you the latest updates. Manipur Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand Singh today, the February 11th, flagged off a 30-member media delegation for an external media tour to Vietnam. The tour has been sponsored by the Department of Information and Public Relations (DIPR). The flag-off ceremony was held at Yumnam Laikai in Imphal West. The delegation comprises 25 members from the All Manipur Working Journalists Union (AMJU) and 5 officials from DIPR. Secretary IPR Hungyo Warshang, along with other department officials, is also part of the team. Interacting with the delegation prior to their departure, Chief Minister Khemchand extended his best wishes and encouraged them to make the most of the visit. He also wished the team a safe and fruitful journey. Manipur Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand today, the February 11th, visited Jiribam as part of a peace-building initiative and held meetings with leaders of the Kuki, Jo and Mar communities. In what is being seen as a significant outreach, Yumnam Khemchand became the first Chief Minister to visit Jiribam since the outbreak of ethnic clashes in the state. The visit was aimed at restoring peace and normalcy, which he described as a top priority of the government. CM Khemchand further attended the death anniversary ceremony of Dindayal Upadhyaya being organized by BJP Jiribam unit. Later, CM Khemchand interacted with the IDPs taking shelter at Jiribam Higher Secondary School. Dungre Chanal Long Hun Pung, chairperson Angel Jazo, has accused Indian Army of siding with Kuki community amidst the clashes that erupted in Litan village under Ukhrul district. Tangkul women folk at Humpung alleged that Indian Army had been indulging in transporting Kuki people in their vehicles, extending one-sided support to one community. Angel Jazo stated that such biased action of the Indian Army personnel is an open degradation of the democratic principles. The Kuki Christian Church (KCC) has expressed concern over the recent incidents of house burnings involving Tangkul and Kuki families at Litang Sarikong village in Manipur's Ukhrul district, and appealed to both communities to maintain restraint to prevent further escalation. In a statement issued from its headquarters in Kangpokpi, Dr. T. Lun Kim, Administrative Secretary of the KCC, described the incidents as deeply unfortunate and said acts of arson and violence run contrary to the principles of peace and non-violence upheld in Christian teachings and in civil society. Appealing to members of both the Kuki and Tangkul communities, he urged people to remain calm and avoid retaliatory actions, stressing the importance of allowing peace to prevail. The Kuki Students Organization KSO Ukhrul District on February 10 rejected claims of a communal clash in Litan village, stating that the incident stemmed from a minor scuffle between a few intoxicated individuals that was later misrepresented, aggravating tensions between communities. KSO Ukhrul Vice President Mercy Kongsai said what began as a small altercation involving 3 or 4 drunk men was wrongly projected as a clash between 2 communities. The incidents has once again highlighted the fragile situation in parts of Manipur, where local disputes are increasingly at risk of being framed along communal lines, further complicating efforts at reconciliation and peace. More than 4,300 voters have been deleted from the final electoral roll of Jalukbari, the constituency represented by Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, following the special revision of electoral rolls, officials said on February 10. According to figures released after the revision, Jalukbari recorded a deletion of 4,310 voters, amounting to a decline of 2.05% compared to the draft roll published on December 27 last year. The constituency now has 2,10,624 electors, down from 2,14,934 in the draft list. Across Assam, the final voter list for poll-bound constituencies was published with 2,49,58,139 electors, marking an overall decline of 0.97% compared to the draft rolls. An underground cadre of NSCN-K Kango Konyak faction surrendered before security forces in Tirap district on February 10, 2026, marking another development towards peace and stability in the region. According to official sources, SS Lieutenant Wangko Loang, 32 son of Wang Diab Loang, and a resident of Moktoa village on the Dadang police station in Tirap district, surrendered before Tirap police in the presence of the 44th Assam Rifles and the 36th Battalion of the CRPF at Khonsa. Security officials said the surrender reflects continued efforts by law enforcement agencies to encourage militants to shun violence and rejoin the mainstream, contributing to improved security and stability in Tirap district. The Working Committee of the Naga National Political Groups WC and NPZs on February 10 said that the framework agreement signed with the center cannot be reopened, asserting that it already provides for a comprehensive political settlement addressing the core issues of the Naga people, including ancestral homeland concerns. In a statement, the WC and NPZs said the agreed position signed with the Government of India envisages the formation of a Frontier Nagaland Territorial Authority (FNTA), a long-standing demand of the Eastern Nagaland People's Organization (ENPO), aimed at addressing decades of neglect and marginalization of Eastern Nagaland. At its first ever pavilion at the World Defense Show in Saudi Arabia, India showcased the country's manufacturing prowess as demonstrated by defense public sector undertakings and private Indian companies. Minister of State for Defense Sanjay Seth led an Indian delegation to the World Defense Show WDS 2026 held in Riyadh on February 8 to 9, the Defense Ministry said. Seth also held discussions with the Assistant Minister of Defense for Executive Affairs, Saudi Arabia, Khaled bin Hussein Al-Biari, aiming to enhance cooperation and engagement between the armed forces of both the countries. The Supreme Court on Tuesday asked the center to ascertain whether there is a nationwide network or state-specific group behind the incidents of children going missing from different parts of the country. A bench of Justices B.V. Nagratna and Uzul Vuyan emphasized the need to ascertain whether there is a pattern behind these incidents or if they are random ones, and asked the center to collect data from all the states. Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Vati, appearing for the center, said some states have given their data on missing children and data prosecution, but around a dozen states have not given their data. She submitted that the analysis can be made only after the union government gets complete data. As the curtain came down on Bangladesh's election campaign on Tuesday, political parties concluded weeks of intense electioneering ahead of February 12 national elections, local media reported. In the closing hours, leaders made several promises and pledges, leaving voters to assess them before the polls slated for Thursday. The campaigning restriction came into force on Tuesday morning under the Parliamentary Election Code of Conduct for Political Parties and Candidates Rules 2025. Drought conditions have left over 2 million people facing hunger in parts of Kenya, with cattle-keeping communities in the northeast the hardest hit, according to the United Nations and others. In recent weeks, images of emaciated livestock in the arid area under the Somali border have shocked many in a region that reels from the effects of climate change. In recent years, rainy seasons have become shorter for some communities, exposing them to drought. Normally, animals are the first to die. The livestock losses echo what happened between 2020 and 2023 when millions of animals died in the region that extends from Kenya into parts of Ethiopia and Somalia. That's all for now. Tune in again at 6 p.m. primetime ELITETV English News for more updates. Thank you for watching.